Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. Very good morning to you wherever you are around the globe. On the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, Australia, or right in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, you are highly welcome to this Sunday morning edition. It's a very special one. Now, I want to talk about something. Chelsea fans, we've had a series of problems from, let me say from December. Is it first week in December? Yes. Late November was when we had a problem with Fofana. Then Romeo Lavia. Then it continued. And in February, early February, we've had an issue with our strikers. Yeah. Nicolas Jackson and McGuay, both sustaining injuries at the same time. January ending, the last day of the transfer window, where we had our last game on that particular day. It was on Monday. And both our strikers sustained an injury. Since then, Enzo Maresca has been struggling to find a way around the team to continue firing. Even before these strikers had injury, we were not able to score as many goals as we wanted to. We were missing a lot of opportunities. Our strikers, especially Jackson, was missing a lot of opportunities within that period. Now, after the injury, Maresca tried different things, different systems. He tried to use Christopher Nkunku as a false nine. He tried using Cole Palmer. Yes, he tried using Cole Palmer as well. All this did not work or click the way Maresca wanted it or the way Chelsea wanted it. Now, although Jackson may still be a very young and inexperienced player, he has many Premier League proven strengths. Take note of that. It was only in his absence that we started realizing his strength and what he offers to this team. Though he's still a very young guy, an inexperienced player, he has many Premier League proven strengths. Most of you guys will always, disagree with me, no problem. But I want to tell you something. Jackson's best traits are his strength to hold off defenders. To hold off defenders, his speed, his ability to drive forward with the ball to gain ground, and his runs behind. These are some of the key attributes that Chelsea is currently missing. This upcoming week is going to be a very difficult week for us. We are playing Copenhagen in Conference League. You might say, listen, in all the games we played so far in the Conference League, I think Chelsea is yet to face the toughest test in Copenhagen. Yeah. If we are able to surmount that, we are able to overcome that, then the rest could be easy to win the Conference League Cup. The trophy. So these are some of the key attributes that Chelsea is currently missing. Now, how does Maresca look to solve this problem? That is what I want to talk about this morning to you. Dear friend, how did Maresca try to solve the problem? Now, since Jackson and Guay's unavailability and the lack of recognized senior striker to fill in the gap, Maresca has had to look for solutions to the striking problem elsewhere. What did he do? He first tried to use Palmer and Nkunku, like I said earlier, at first 9 during both games against Brighton. Do you remember? But either didn't work out. Nkunku at first 9 didn't work out. And the solution stopped halfway. He stopped it halfway. With Noni getting injured as well, Cole Palmer at first 9 versus Brighton, that also did not click. That was when he now discovered Pedro Neto. Neto stepped in at first 9. And what happened? Why didn't Palmer and Nkunku at first 9 or standard 9 work in the first place? Why didn't? Palmer and Nkunku are primarily ball-to-feet players. Palmer and Nkunku are ball-to-feet players. who can run behind, but not as the main option. They need a primary runner to create space. I'll give you examples in a few minutes. For example, Jackson can draw attention, allowing them to make late runs to catch onto balls, right? And create scoring opportunities for them. They appear unexpectedly to exploit openings. When Jackson holds on to the ball, runs with the ball, he creates space for both Cole Palmer and Christopher Nkuku. To make them, that in that case, it helps them to run in late, to latch onto an opportunity, to latch onto a ball and create scoring opportunities. They appear unexpectedly from nowhere when Jackson is running with the ball. Cole Palmer appears unexpectedly, thereby latching onto a ball to score. Now, I will show you something here. You see, in those days, I wanted to show you this video, but because of a copyright issue. But let me just explain it. In those days, when you observe Lampard and Drogba and Mata in a game, Lampard, Drogba, and Mata, you remember Mata, the Spanish guy? Yes, in a game, then you understand what I'm about to say. Just like Lampard using Drogba's ability to attract defenders and making late runs into the box. You remember those days? Mata then will do similar thing that we saw Noni Madueke, Pedro Neto doing right now. Mata will cut in a similar fashion, attracting the defenders' awareness and creating space again for Lampard to shoot. That is what Cole Palmer is doing right now. That is what Cole Palmer is doing right now with Jackson. That's what you want Christo and Co to do. That is what you expect Christopher Nkuku and Cole Palmer to do when Nicola Jackson is in the game. Dear friends, now, Pedro Neto is not new to this. Pedro Neto is not new to this. He played false 9 at Wolves. Yeah, where he dismantled Chelsea by this same Chelsea. He dismantled in our last game before we signed him. He dismantled Chelsea by drifting into the left and right channels and leaving space for the late runs of Cunha and Sarabia. Do you remember? Cunha scored a hat-trick between. Dreaded that memory. I don't want to remember that again. But that is what Pedro Neto knows how to do best. He played first night with Wolves against Chelsea. He drifted into the left. If you go back and watch that game, and then he moved to the right channels, and he now left space for the late rounds of Cunha and Sarabia. Cunha scored a hat-trick against Chelsea in that match, which I don't want to remember again. Dear friends, now, so fast forward to this day and age. Let's see how Neto will fare in his 2 games. How he fared in his 2 games against Villa. Against Villa and Southampton. How did Neto fare in those games? You watch it. Firstly, we noticed Neto's movement. We notice his movement. Neto is very hard to get a hold of because he doesn't sit still. He doesn't sit still. He's always on the move looking for runs to make in behind his opposition. Do you get it? He's always looking for runs to make behind the opposition defenders. And that is the unique aspect of it. Listen, it's the reason why he was able to create opportunity for Cole Palmer and Christopher Nkuku, even for Christopher to score a goal recently. It's one of those reasons. Palmer is yet to click with Neto's movement, but it's very evidently clear that Christopher is beginning to adjust to Pedro Neto's style. Dear friends, what else do you want to know? Well, that is my brief analysis of Pedro Neto as false nine, and why right now it looks as if we are going to be using Pedro Neto more as a stopgap. And if it worked well, Jackson might not even have the full opportunity if he returns. But Pedro Neto has already proven that he can play the false nine role due to his ability to make those runs with the ball behind defenders. Ladies and gentlemen, I am about to run up. It is your breakfast. We understand Chelsea are interested in AC Milan winger Rafael Leo and have already reached out to the players' representatives. Well, we wait to see what is going to happen next from then. But I want you to understand that with this analysis that I brought you this morning, Pedro Neto being moved to the central forward position might just have launched his career at Chelsea. That is my opinion. If he does well in that position, it means that the guy had just launched his career in a better way at Chelsea. He immediately looked more threatening, positions better, and is getting more goal and assist output as well. I'm delighted for him, dear friends. I'll see you guys in the next one when you see me, or in the afternoon. Shalom and peace.